Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. This is the fourth and final week that we are doing Kit Conspiracy until maybe another go around somewhere down the line. But anyway, for this month, it's the last week. So I have these photos of my kids and a couple of their friends. We had rented a campsite near our house, and we were able to get the campsite. You had it from May until October. You could set up your stuff and leave it there. It was behind a locked gate on private property, and they had about 20 campsites. So your stuff was relatively safe to leave. And they have a river that goes through that they dam up in May, and then it creates a swimming hole, and then they release the dam in October. So this is photos. These are photos of my kids at the little swimming hole. And so I wanted to go ahead and document that. And since we don't have any inspiration that we are specifically using this week, we are kind of just going on our own as far as creating. So I originally thought I was going to use that grayish paper there with the wood rings on it. But I do like the paper. I think it's great, but it didn't really work so well for this one. So then I thought I'd go for that greenish paper, because it kind of matches the background of the trees, but it was a little bit too matchy. So I end up with this wood grain that has kind of like a greenish teal color mixed into it. It's really pretty, but it's a little bit hard to kind of see on the camera, but there's a little bit of a green to it. And so then I went to my scrap bin and started pulling out some colors that I thought worked well. The green paper there works very well because it's a very similar color to what is in the paper, although the paper has a little bit of blue to it as well. And so because that paper, the green paper, has blue geometric pattern on it, it worked very well. And then I went kind of to the photo and started pulling colors. So there's some people with reddish pinkish shirts and such there, I don't know, a towel or something in the front that's kind of the same color. So I pulled the red out. My son is wearing a blue shirt, and so I pulled some blue, and then I pulled that green paper with all the leaves. That is one of my absolute favorite papers from Paige Evans, one of her older collections. I've got several sheets of it because I love both sides. I love the green and on the greenery, and then on the flip side it has more of like a limey green, not super bright, but kind of like the yellowy green of the leaves that are on the front. And so I really like that paper, and I think it works great because the greenery in the photos has those deep greens and the yellowy greens. So I'm going to go ahead and make a paper stack just behind my photos. I want them to be imperfect, but I want them stacked imperfectly. The sizes are the right sizes. Like I could stack them up on top of each other for the most part, and have a little bit of a border around each side if I really wanted to. But in this case, I want them to kind of be offset from each other. But I want my photos to be straight. So when I put it down there, the photos were not straight. So I kind of had to fix that. And now that the photo is straight, the papers still have a little bit of a natural skew to them. And so I like the way that is looking. And then I went to my bins of colored ephemera. I went through the blue one, the green one, and the red one, and started pulling out some things that I thought would work well. I'm pulling out tags, labels, leaves, all kinds of things. I found this tag. This is from, I think it's from a Paige Evans, maybe Horizons or one of those collections. But I thought that one would work really well on this layout because it's got the perfect colors in it. And then I decided I'm going to go with a composition that is very standard for me. It's one that I'm very familiar with, and so that makes it nice and easy. Sometimes I think we have our own arsenal of go-to designs, and this could be one of mine. A couple of photos with big stacks of layers beneath it on the one side. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to put some strips of paper to kind of balance the whole thing out and to bring those colors over there. So that is what I'm going to work on now. I am just going to cut a few strips of paper off of the ones that I'm using underneath the photograph. Now, if you had a lot of layers, a lot more layers than what I have, you wouldn't necessarily have to have every single paper represented. You could easily get away with just doing something that brings the color over there. It doesn't have to be a whole strip of paper. So I might not, need to use a red piece of paper. I could just bring in a red embellishment in that area or something to that effect. If you had multiple colors or multiple sheets of red, you don't have to use like the same exact pattern, just a representation of that color in the area would suffice. So hopefully that made sense. I don't know. That is just the way that I go about it anyway, and it works really well for me. So I just like to tuck these little pieces of paper in, and it works great to use the liquid glue because you do have a little bit of time before things are actually dry that you can kind of tuck things under and wiggle them around so they're at the angles that you're comfortable with. And that is why I decided to go ahead and do this particular technique. And I don't know, it just works really well. So if you've never done it before, I highly recommend it. And then I'm going to have that journaling card. I believe the journaling card is probably, I want to say it's probably from Chamel, but it could also be from Paige Evans. I'm not sure. But it's a great place to go ahead and put my journaling, so I might as well use it over there, right? And then I do pop that tag up onto some foam on the right hand side because I've got some layers of paper on the left hand side, so it is already a little bit dimensional, and so I want to create some balance there so that it doesn't look like the tag is lopsided on the paper. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell from an overhead shot, but you could tell if it was like indented. So and then I'm just playing around with where I want to put these other embellishments. I decided to put that blue label right up at the top and then bring in the little red flowers up there. I think that looks nice. And I am popping some things up onto foam. So this little phrase sticker, it's not a sticker, it's a piece of paper. It was actually a piece of 12 by 12 that had all kinds of different phrases on it. And that was also from Paige Evans Horizons. So I decided to go ahead and use that over there, and it was the perfect shade of blue to match the blue paper that's under the photos, which I believe is from her current collection or her Bungalow Lane collection maybe. I am not 100% sure on that, but I think that's where that's from. So I did find this little sticker in my red bin that says Kissed by the Sun, so I thought I would put that in there because they are sitting in the sun on the dock or right along the dam there and getting their feet wet. They do have a paddle boat at this place, and so I do have some photos of paddle boating as well. It's not on this layout, but that was one of the things that was available. These are little tiny stickers from Pink Fresh Studio. I've had them in my stash for quite some time, so I don't even know if they're available anymore. But I thought I would use the pink ones, which are really just kind of a lighter shade than that red paper. The red paper is not super bright red. It's kind of like a more of a salmony red, and so that pink works well. I am going to move the stickers down, though, to be across that concrete that my son is standing on in the bottom photo because they are going to show up much better down below. And my title is just going to be Camping at Portal, and Portal was the name of the property. So I'm not doing a huge title or anything. I'm just going to keep it simple and relatively small and right across my photo, which I don't do that very often. I do like the look of it, but I don't usually have things that work really well for it. So I thought I would take this opportunity because I don't have the opportunity often, and it worked great. So the title was just the right length in just the right space there. Now I'm hoping the letters are going to stick. I may end up having to add a little bit of glue to the back of them, but that's okay. I don't mind doing that. And then I'm just going to finish it off with some enamel dots from Gina Marie Designs, and I will put a link to her her website down below. This is where I get my enamel dots. I really like the quality of them and the quantity that you get for a good price. So I highly recommend that. Oh, I do decide to add a little bit of embellishment on the right hand side of the photos, but I'm going to keep it relatively simple. I don't want to overdo it, but I did feel like it needed a little bit of something over there, something small. So I'm going to add this green piece that says explore, and then a little ticket that has, it's pretty much a white ticket, but the writing or the outline on it is blue. And so I thought that worked, and I'm just going to use that over there and add my enamel dots there. Last but not least, I'm going to pull out my white linen dilution spray, and I'm going to just splatter a little bit into each of the embellishment areas. As the close-ups come up, you are going to see a little bit better the greenish teal color that is in that background paper, and I just wanted to point that out because it's kind of cool looking. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to go ahead and leave those down below, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go and check out what MK is doing over on her channel today. I know she's got awesome stuff going on. I can't wait to see how she uses her kit this week. Thanks again for watching. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love for you to do that too. I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Bye-bye.